I failed to do my due diligence. If I knew then what I know now.
Hey everyone, it's David, producer for The Benjamin Dixon Show, and like it or not, we have another guilty plea, another plea deal in the Georgia RICO case. Another domino has fallen. This time, Jenna Ellis. In case you don't remember, we're talking about this Jenna Ellis.
What has happened in this case is that state and local level officials, and all the way up, have changed the rules. That's what the Democrats do. If they don't like the rules, they change them. And they change them at the last minute, they manipulate them, they want to tear down our American system. Our founders were so brilliant that they anticipated this, that there would be corruption, there would be foreign influence, there would be attempts to manipulate the outcome of the election.
It's also the same Jenna Ellis that has defended Trump on social media and streaming platforms since the 2020 election and since Trump left office. And the same Jenna Ellis that was shocked to find out that Trump would not be taking care of the tab for the legal fees of all of those on his team that were indicted.
So far, Trump and his political machine have refused to assist with legal bills. So his one-time allies have to scramble to find other sources of funds. His former attorney, Jenna Ellis, who is one of the co-defendants in this case, wrote a post on rebranded Twitter, quote, "I was reliably informed Trump isn't funding any of us who are indicted. Why isn't MAGA Incorporated funding everyone's defense?" Now, a source close to Trump told CNN, "I don't think Ellis would be on the top of Trump's list anyway." Now, since the indictment, Ellis has already raised more than $180,000 through a faith-based crowdfunding site called Give, Send, Go.
Originally, Ellis was charged with racketeering and asking a public official to violate their oath. With her plea deal, she's now pleading guilty to a count of aiding and abetting false statements and writings.
Jenna Ellis, one of Trump's former attorneys, now joining Sidney Powell in pleading guilty.
We've seen 4 pleas so far in that Fulton County case. 3 of them have come from people who behaved in a legal capacity. There's a lesson here that Trump didn't appear to have absorbed. Hell hath no fury, like a former lawyer whose own legal fees were unpaid and then is left to hang in the wind while that person is being investigated. That certainly seems to be what we're also seeing from Ken Chesebro's plea, from Sidney Powell's plea, and now Jenna Ellis's plea. All 3 of them are believed not to have had their legal fees paid by Trump, and then as defendants and or people under investigation, their own legal fees, in terms of their roles as defendants or investigated persons, weren't being paid. Jenna Ellis obviously leads then further up the chain to one Rudy Giuliani, and that remains to be seen how that will unfold.
Similar to Chesebro and Powell, she will be fined. She'll be paying $5,000. And like Chesebro and Powell, she'll be serving probation. I think the times are varying. In Ellis's case, she'll be serving 5 years probation. And as I would expect all of the plea deals to include, she has to testify in all of the trials when asked, including that of Donald Trump if asked, which no doubt she will be. So here's what she said in court when she pled guilty.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the opportunity to address the court. As an attorney who is also a Christian, I take my responsibilities as a lawyer very seriously, and I endeavor to be a person of sound moral and ethical character in all of my dealings. In the wake of the 2020 presidential election, I believed that challenging the results on behalf of President Trump should be pursued in a just and legal way. I endeavored to represent my client to the best of my ability. I relied on others, including lawyers with many more years of experience than I, to provide me with true and reliable information, especially since my role involved speaking to the media and to legislators in various states. What I did not do, but should have done, Your Honor, was to make sure that the facts the other lawyers alleged to be true were in fact true. In the frenetic pace of attempting to raise challenges to the election in several states, including Georgia, I failed to do my due diligence. I believe in and I value election integrity. If I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump in these post-election challenges. I look back on this whole experience with deep remorse. For those failures of mine, Your Honor, I have taken responsibility already before the Colorado bar who censured me, And I now take responsibility before this court and apologize to the people of Georgia. Thank you.
She's crying. I think they're crocodile tears, and they're performative for the court. Her excuse is that she failed to do her due diligence and confirm what she was defending was accurate. How many times was Jenna Ellis on television and streaming platforms defending Trump's fraud allegations? How many times did she reassert and reiterate the claims? She and Giuliani even testified to a state legislature to push the claims. So I'm sorry, I don't buy that she just didn't do her due diligence, and she'll probably be right back on streaming platforms towing the MAGA line. So anyway, that's the latest big significant development in the Georgia RICO case. We'll keep following it. Let us know what you think in the comments about these tears and about her statement in court. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit the notification button. We'll be back.